Hi, Gaye, DeRusso with the Majestic rider. So I started training and I thought I should videotape this because I'm sure one of you has a slug. So this guy is great. He's good under saddle, but on the ground, he can be a little bit of a slug when he doesn't want to go forward. And so I just started training him. And I found that out yesterday. So yesterday we didn't work on it at all. But today we are. So I already lunged him. He did that quite well, much better than yesterday. And now what I'm doing, I'm walking around. And when I head this direction away from the stall, he doesn't want to come with me. He's like, not going. I don't think so, lady. So what I do is I hold my hand up. I have a long rope. I cluck. That's a warning, like, hey, you want to come with me? And he's like, nope. And when he won't come with me, I turn around and I hit him with the lunge whip. I either hit him or wave it behind him. It doesn't hurt. It's not hard or anything. It just creates energy. So he's much better now, but hopefully he'll do something bad so you can see it. And what I do is I keep after him until he kind of comes up next to me. And I don't want him next to me, but I have to teach him steps at a time. So when I cluck and get after him, he has to come up next to me, and then I release him, tell him good boy, and then we keep walking. But every time he stops or he won't go forward, I just reach around with my whip and I go like that to make him go. I don't have my microphone on, so you won't hear me. All right, here we go. Gonna do that so you can see. Oh boy, good job. What do you know? Good boy. Good job. Good boy. Good job, Liz. So again, he's happy to walk towards home. It's going away from home. So here he's pretty good, so I'll turn away. Good boy. Good job, buddy. Okay, so it's fixed. That's how quick they can go from stubborn to moving. Smart horse, pretty horse, very talented. What he had to know was, I wasn't screwing around. You might do this to other people, but you're not doing it to me, right? It's kind of like the dad figure, like, you better do it. Better do it. You don't want to find out what happened. So the first time I did it, and I wish I had it on videotape, but it wasn't much different than that. I just held up my hand cluck. When he wouldn't go, I just turned around and I, wailed that back as hard as I could, which is not very hard for me. And he was like, oh, what's going on? He ran forward. I stopped and praised, good boy, good boy. And I did it over and over. And then I said, oh, I should put the camera on so you can see me do it. And then he was already better. So I associate it with the cluck. I don't just pull and expect him to go forward, because that just tells him walk with me. But cluck means move. So I clucked, and when he didn't go, I whipped it behind me, and I did it a couple of times, and that was it. It was fixed. The hard part with lazy, stubborn horses who walk slow, which is great, is they're going to test you. They're going to do things like that. And when you don't know what to do, or you don't get after them, you do know what to do, and you're like, nah, it's okay. They get more and more stubborn and more lazy, and they're like, I'll be sitting on the couch while you go ride your bike, because I'm not giving you a ride. So you have to step up your game. You have to get after them, and you got to do it on the ground. They got to respect you on the ground, right? And then they got to respect you under saddle. So he's just got to know, I reward him when he does the right things. If you do the wrong things, then I'm not going to reward you. You're just going to get scared a little bit, because I'm going to chase you. So now I'm going to try it again, because he had a little bit of a break. He's very smart, so I think he's probably going to be fine, but we'll see. When you're doing stuff like this, you always have a whip or something to back you up. so you can get them to go. It's a little too hard to do with the rope to fling it back there because it won't hit them. So you usually need something that's stiff, either so a lunge whip. And this isn't a super long one. I'm 5'5", so you see how big it is. And you could use a training stick, which is shorter, but you want to make sure you have a long rope so you can get after them. Here we go. Good job, buddy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. So there you go. At least with me, it's fixed. Again, they read your energy, so they'll know if you're dominant or if you're submissive, if you're weak, if you can't run. They know all of that within seconds. And some of it takes a couple of minutes. But it takes us like 2-3 years to know our horse. That's a big difference. So you got to get after him. And he's like, this lady doesn't mess around. I'm going to go. So if you do things like endurance riding and you need them to trot out for the vet, it's very important they're not too lazy. Although if you're doing endurance, I wouldn't think they would be lazy. But you want to make sure when you ask them to go, they go. And it's pretty simple, but get yourself a decent sized whip with a here or here, but a very long whip part on it. And then you'll get them going. So we'll just practice that every day. And he was a little funny with his feet. That's fixed. I don't know if it's me or what, but that was fine. And so with picking up his feet, I'm just picking up his feet, picking them, and then he gets a cookie for each foot. And what do you know? He was very happy. He's like, here's my next foot. So sometimes you think they're bad or they haven't had a lot of work, and sometimes they're just being stubborn. Sometimes they don't know, but as soon as they figure it out, because they're a smart one, they're like, 5 minutes later, I know what to do. Thank you. So sometimes they just have no idea, but they're very good horses. So don't give up. Get someone to help you. These are simple fixes, but I see lots of people can't get their horses moving or doing anything. So I think he's right? You're very pretty. He's very pretty. He's very sweet. Right? Now, another thing, if they don't like to be hugged like this, because, of course we like to hug our horses, but some aren't used to the tension in the beginning, I just pull them over. I don't make him do it long, and then I let him go. If he wants to go back away, let him go back away. Then I pull him over. Hi. Then I let him go back away again. Now, I have a couple cookies left, okay? They're not big ones. See the cookie? So I might pull him over. But I hold them because some of them don't like to be kissed. They're like, I don't want you to kiss me. Right? Like Cousin Esther with a mustache. But so I hold them so they understand what I'm trying to get, and then I give them the treat after I kiss them. Nope. Now see, that's perfect because he pulled away. So he didn't like the little squeaky noise, but I don't care. I want him used to everything. So I hold him, and if he pulls away, I just pull him back, but then he gets a reward for staying there. So we're going to do it one more time, okay? So I'm going to hold him. Good job. So much better. There you go. But you got to sometimes show them what to do. I know some of you, like, I don't use draw reins and those things, and some of you, every time you see someone with draw reins, you're like, they're horrible. Well, sometimes the horse is not grasping the concept. The person needs something to help him show the horse. Maybe the person's not good with the timing. And once the horse goes in the draw reins and figures out, oh, when they meet pressure, it pulls my head down, so I'm supposed to put my head down. Then sometimes after a week, they don't need the draw reins anymore. They just needed something to get them to communicate with the horse. So again, we don't want to do anything mean, but we do have to teach him how to behave, and he needs to go forward and lunge and pick up all his feet and do all this stuff. So if the vet needs to see him, or, just for him to function in life, he needs to learn all these things. And he did. He did really well. Now he's over here licking his lips, but you can't see him. All right, hope that helps you with your stubborn horses.